Hey everybody, welcome to my flash review. This is going to be season 9, episode 11. This is a new world part 2, the blues. Oh yeah, if you're watching this, you see that there's 2 shark marks on the bingo card. I've tried to put flash pass in one of the squares, and that's where it's supposed to be, where it says Khione not doing much. And so I accidentally didn't put that. They put flash pass there. Not much happened with the bingo card this week. Eddie Don is searching for clues on why the photo was in his possession, and it's a bit weird. I was confusing if it was in. It seemed like in the previous episode he was in the year 2000. I'm not sure why it was. It became weird that he was here in 2023. It's like there was no time shifting, nothing that was really confusing. And I don't believe he was from a different Earth, a different timeline in the beginning of the episode, at least, because he saw one of Iris's employees later in the episode that we saw go through something, which I'll get to in a bit. So it's just weird how that is. They don't explain the year or anything like that. I feel like I missed it. If I did, then my bad. But it did say the present. So when Team Flash was wondering what happened to Barry, there was this smoke in Iris's assistant media office, and everyone, including the employee, was trying to run. And I do appreciate that character telling Iris to stay put in her office because she's going to have Nora in bed, in a real bed. Before the smoke happened, Allegra and Iris were talking to each other about the way they feel being in part of Team Flash and all these stuff that they have done in their adventures. And it seemed that Iris was truly upset the fact that things always go wrong, that she always feels like she's separated from Barry when these situations happen, and it does make sense. And she does express that later in the episode, and I really do feel bad for her. And then Allegra wanted to make Iris tea, and she walked out of the room, and smoke didn't happen. And then Khione and Mark were there, and they were, oh yeah, Mark is back too. I forgot to mention that. Feels like he wants to be there for Khione. However, it doesn't seem like he is there. I feel like he's there for a different reason, because it's get crazy when it comes to him and stuff that he's done with the technology that Chester was working on to find the cobalt isotopes. That was something interesting to view. Khione and Mark were saving the girl who I was works with, and also another male employee, and she just used different powers and abilities nowhere, and then plants within their bodies to help them breathe again. She, in a way, saved them, but she doesn't know that yet. After Khione saved them, they saw Allegra on the floor, and Iris, being the one who's pregnant, actually bent down and helped Allegra all the way. And one of the things that's interesting is the fact that why did Khione just stood there? She didn't offer to help Khione. Think about trying later. And then, like I said, the employee who was Khione turned into green, she was alright. So in a way, technically speaking, Khione would have saved Allegra, and also things could have happened to her. But thankfully, Allegra will be alright in the episode. And also, on a side note, the actress who plays Allegra, she's actually the one directing this episode, so that's actually really awesome to know of. That's why she's not in the episode that much. It tends to happen to a lot of characters who direct the Flash episodes, who are mostly the cast. Sometimes when they direct, they're not there as much as they usually would, as much as their characters would usually be. So I find that interesting how that is. I understand directing is a big responsibility for a show like this, so it makes sense here. I have to put the attention elsewhere. It depends on how much time on screen they have where it will fit their characters. So there's this blue energy source that Barry was dealing with in the previous episode. It's actually here as well. It's actually interesting in how that is, and he was actually looking at Iris, and if you've seen the photo of him in the hallway here, and Iris and Cecile were talking to each other about how Iris is, all these things happen to her, and she feels separated from Barry, and it's just once one bad thing gets resolved and another bad thing happens, it's just continuation of her, and I do feel her pain, and Cecile gives her pep talks as usual, so that's not much there with her. She does fall because when she gets the little room that they have Gideon in, Mark is actually like being taken over by blue energy crystal character thing. Also, interesting thing about this episode is the fact that this may seem like it's like a filler episode, however, I don't believe it really is because it's the other side of what happened last week. Last week we saw Barry in the past in 2000, so I believe this was in a way happening at the same time. I understand that's year 2000, this is 2023, and that I'm just putting a scenario of how timeline would align. I don't know, I'm not making sense here, but hopefully some of you may get it. It's interesting how that is because Iris was talking about Barry and she felt Barry's presence, and they had that flashback of that previous episode where Barry was fighting that character who was taking over Joe. In that moment, I also feel like Barry felt something, and probably was Iris. So in a way, it feels like it's happening at the same time. So hopefully that's a better explanation what I'm saying here. Nora attacks the Mark character, even though it's not really him, on the floor of lightning, and then she explains to Khione that in a way she summons about how everything that has happened recently is because of the character who's taking over Mark's body, and she's also losing her speed force strength in a way on her body, so she is fading away. Then she talks to Khione about who she is and who she can become, and Khione feels that she has every element inside of her, her powers. She's like that she has the power of Mother Nature all the way, all types of forms, and weird how this show wants to care about her character, and then in the end she says she wants to leave, so I don't know about that. I don't know why they didn't bother with this character, they're doing this, but just they need a certain character with powers, and that was the best option. Oh, by the way, the fact that the character who was pretending to be Mark was actually using the team as an advantage. That's why he was there, because he wanted to destroy Star Labs within, and then he wanted to destroy Khione and to destroy Allegra, and which he failed. Not sure how he was able to. Not sure what his plan was. If he knew the characters were having all these strengths. We're 2 episodes into this 4-part finale, and there's not really much on what this character wants with Team Flash and with Barry and Iris throughout all this relevancy. And Iris is clearly having contractions and going to labor, and thankfully Barry shows up and from 2000, and they reunited, and Iris feels so much joy in her face, so I really love seeing that. And Barry's trying to learn about what happened and been just a little bit, and he goes to the hospital and see to have Iris there and be by her side. Iris wanted to do whatever she can to let Barry know that now that he's here, she will be alright. And then the scene with Khione, and she wants to leave, and then the fact is that the Eddie Dunn character he was actually talking to one of his old employees, someone probably he used to work with, and then he just went off after him looking a little suspicious, and then he went to Iris's place of work to see some files, see if there's anything on Eddie yet, and he has like these flashbacks or memory migraines about that the original Eddie Dawn, and that's when he saw the employee who works with Iris, meaning that the stuff that Khione did was alright, and then said that Allegra will be alright, and that's not much of what he did. They didn't do much of Allegra in this episode because I was just directing the episode, but at the same time, like I said earlier in the episode, the fact that they sometimes do that affects the characters and just makes them feel a little bit, has their character arc a little bit off, feel about this, about that. the way they did. I like going this episode. And then out of nowhere, Barry disappears again. Goodness, just why not? So, with God tell Iris, Eddie tries to dig the gravesite on, well, from the grave depth where the actual Eddie was buried, and then the the cop who spoke to Eddie in the episode, she was like wondering why you there, and then we see anything you want to find out if that's his body, and it's not. So technically speaking, he was made it a bit more confusing. Was he always there, or was he not? The time when he got squashed by lightning, he was already working on things. So how they get there without his powers, or in the beginning, it just made no sense at all. Episode 1 was okay. Not much happened here in terms of storyline. Just other than that character that possessing Mark disappeared after the Khione saved Mark by using, like, literally killing the Mark's body, turning him into like soil or something like that, and having him basically come back to life without the crystal, and the crystal disappears. So yeah, that's real progress. I don't know, maybe I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know what you guys think about this episode. Leave me your thoughts on the episode down in the comments below, because I want to know what all of you think. Are you loving the fact that this is part of the 4 episode finale, and do you feel like there's anything they done with Team Flash here that they would find useful to help out whatever that's happening right now? No. Have a wonderful day, and I will see all of you tomorrow for my Superman and Lois review. Take care.